In August, normally people is enjoying their holidays, but we had so many news to cover around 3ds Max this month. A new 3ds Max update version, new plugin updates, Typeflow going all in with AI, free animations and scripts, our section 3ds Max is only for archviz is again spectacular, full of amazing projects, and wait for the end, with exclusive footage from Siggraph, great new tutorials, and Autodesk University around the corner. And by the way, this month's 3ds Max news is sponsored by Autodesk, thanks a lot, and check some of the cool free presentations you can attend on Autodesk University for free at the end of this video. So let's start with this new update for 3ds Max 2025, it's update 2. Now, Max supports import and export for SVG files, preserving layers and color information. This will make it way more easier to exchange vector information data with other applications. We have the data channel modifier that receives a bunch of new presets to create different mesh manipulations. Inverse of selections, select border edges, select edges based on open UVs, hard edges based on smoothing groups, convert polygons to elements, and way more. Check them out on these videos that Changso Eun presented, where he covers all this new stuff that we have available as presets. We have a new option, use a stack selection. It's a checkbox that is added to volume select, poly select, and mesh select modifiers. This allows the modifier to get the selection information dynamically from the incoming stack. Then you can set soft selections for the selection that was already existing. On materials, we have a new scientific color map that has been added to the OSL collection with different predefined color ramps. And we have Flow Retopology 1.0. It's the same functionality that we had with the retopology modifier, but now it's on the cloud. You can send heavy meshes that will take a lot of time processing on the servers from Autodesk to do it for you. This is a standalone component that you can download on your Autodesk download section. On the UI, now it's possible to adjust the borderline and opacity of your selection or overlays, the blue or yellow lines that you have around your objects. Now it's more customizable than ever. USD has been updated to 0.8, now making possible to use the stage cameras as a 3ds Max camera, a new USD controller to get all type of custom data and improve performance in general. Arnold has been updated with Max 2A, also updated to version 5.7.2.1 with a new tone mapping, better volume denoiser, many light support for light linking, improved OSL interoperability, and more. You can check all these new features and more on Changso's website, where he covers everything, plus he did these amazing videos. Thank you a lot, Changso. Quite big news this month with Autodesk acquiring Golem K intellectual property and the team from Golem basically. At this point, there is no more information than the statement on Golem website. The small team of 7 people will be now part of Autodesk, and they will work to integrate somehow Golem in the Autodesk products. Not sure if this will have any implications for 3ds Max. As you know, Golem is a crowd simulation plugin that works inside Maya with a plugin to import these crowd simulations inside 3ds Max. Ben Liebman ported the ThinkBox products to 3ds Max 2024, fixing some problems on initial releases like Magma Flow UI not opening. You can download for free all the ThinkBox products from Ben on the links that I have on the description of the video. Render Stacks is the powerful render manager by Quasi-Crystal and released the version 3.45 with possibility to reverse selections, V-Ray override MTL options are supported now for V-Ray override MTL P-Mod, improved sanity checks, and more. Rapid Tools presented UV Reactor last month or 2 months ago, and we got some updates, adding now multi-object mode, added quick select, and added UDIM packing support. This plugin was great. I think that amazing if you need to do a lot of UVs stuff in your scenes way faster and way more options than the default in 3ds Max. We got a lot of Typeflow updates, really powerful this time, A new Boolean operator, now inside Typeflow, allows to create Booleans between particles, opening the door to a lot of new possibilities, as you can see on this video example from Tyson Nivelle. And it's using the fast and reliable Prism libraries, making that this always works. Even if your mesh is really bad, you will be able to Boolean anything. It's using CUDA support, amazing. And on Tidy Fusion, using AI, we get the tailors. To be able to create a mask to our direct specific areas of our image using AI. You can use AI to define, for example, detect faces, and the AI will detect the faces in your image, and then you can make that enhance these areas, or you can just simply paint whatever you want, and AI will do double processing, trying to use a prompt to define this specific area on the image. And if you want more Typeflow tutorials, this month on my Patreon, 11 new exclusive tutorials for all my Patreons. I cover the new options in 3ds Max 2025.2 in detail. I cover the news in Typeflow 1.116 and 1.117 with all the new features and bug fixes in detail for these options. We start a new series where we are creating the interaction with the soil of this rhino animation. Another series where we are covering crowds using Typeflow with a model and animation provided by Norberto Aguilera, and we are sharing with all the Patreons. And I start as well a series of workflows comparisons between Typeflow and Houdini. We will recreate exactly the same scenes in Typeflow and then in Houdini to be able to compare workflows. And finally, I recreate the basics from this very cool effect that was done in Houdini. I am recreating it in Typeflow to, again, check how you can do things in both places. So we are having a lot of fun on Patreon. Check it out. We have as well some videos for free for all of you just subscribing. Norberto Aguilera keeps sharing very cool models and animations for free, this time done as well in Biped. Check them out, they are on 3ds Max Depot. And Spline Dynamics creates every month a new free script. This time is to create very easily a multi-sub object just dragging different images on the viewport. So you can switch easily just changing the material ID. And they started a survey on his website to give ideas to create scripts. You can propose whatever you want, and if it's selected, they will create this script for free and sharing it with everyone. And about surveys, 3ds Max developers created another survey, really complete, looking for feedback for all the 3ds Max users and checking for priorities. Please check them out, fill it out, because with more data they will be able to prioritize more important Max functionalities that they need to develop. And it's time for 3ds Max, it's only for archviz. Daniel Astrom has been playing with Rococo motion capture in 3ds Max using Reallusion software as a bridge, Artcore and iClone, experimenting with the tools created this cool cinematic render done in FStorm. Boroji worked on a short animation project called Sprayer as a lighting, look depth, renderer and compositor using V-Ray for render and Typeflow. Very cool style on this project, I love it. Alfie Rodriguez worked on this very cool environment inspired by the Alphabet Squadrons book story by Alexander Fried. He used Max, Gaea and rendered in V-Ray. Howie Day with another Wing Leader project, this time reimagining the original Wing Commander and creating a game in Unity. All the 3D art is done in 3ds Max, rendering the 3D models to look like pixel art that then he will use as sprites in Unity. You can follow all his progress and sprites created on a forum where he showcases all the progress. You will have a link to the Facebook Stack group where he posts this, and there is a link to this forum where he has like pages and pages of information of his work in progress. Very cool stuff. Nauras Jayan worked with Amazon Web Services Studio team in 2019 doing modeling, shading, lighting and rendering for these different projects. Some of the tools used were 3ds Max, V-Ray, ForestPack, RayClone, Typeflow and Anima. Again, very cool stuff. And this month we had Black Myth Wukong. It has been a huge success. Everyone is playing this game. No one was expecting it, or at least I wasn't expecting it. Normally Chinese video games are not so popular around the world, but this one has been like a huge success. One of the best sellers games of the year so far. And thanks to a behind the scene video with the developers talking about the process they use to create all the cool animations on the game, we know that they use motion capture with CAD, mixing Max and Maya. You can see screens of 3ds Max around the video, and we can see that in some captures you can see biped there. The making of is very interesting. Also, they are sharing how they are using machine learning to create all the smooth animations that they needed for the game, because they tried to do motion capture with cats and different animals and it was like a big failure, and they went to machine learning, and yeah, the animations looks amazing. I know that some of the models has been done in 3ds Max as well for the game, and yeah, amazing. One more time, one of the most successful games ever done in 3ds Max. Tomoya created this very cool simulation adapting Fume effects using Tyflow, and it's sharing the file for free in Tyflow group in Facebook. We have this project from Robert Bergmann. He was playing with AI, doing some images with Midjourney, and decided to bring the AI image to a 3D scene, redoing everything from zero, from scratch in 3D, using Megascan libraries, and the final animation has been done in Unreal. It's amazing, and it's very close to the Midjourney original image. Vijeko Kirali shared a very cool use of data channel modifier to create procedural Rust. He's sharing this on Stack group in Facebook. A lot of very cool stuff in Stack. So if you are not subscribed to the group, do it, because we get every month a lot of cool things. Another one from Stack is from Nayan Bodawala that created this very cool simulation adapting RBDs in Tyflow using Phoenix FD and rendered in V-Ray. And Leonard Berger shared a very cool skin that he did for Ed Sombra. It's a character from Overwatch 2 inspired by Cowboy Bebop. And we have Alireza Akbari that is working on another very cool projects. Every time that we have Alireza on these 3ds Max News videos, we get always excellent, top-notch work. Now we have an orc in motion, and as usual will become another amazing project using Arnold for rendering, Ornatrix for the hair, and Biped. He also has been working on this very cool desert using Tyflow terrains, again looking amazing. From Manuel Alberto we have this cool elk using Biped. Again, Biped used still a lot in animation in 3ds Max. And from Michael, he reworked 2 old projects using a lot of forest pack and heavy instancing, using a lot of splines to drive the instances. And as you can see, you can zoom in, a lot of amazing detail on these projects. Looks amazing. So rich environments. From Simon Nastasi created a very cool night scene using Tyflow. Direct viewport preview, but looking amazing. It's not every day that you see something like that, that looks simple but super well executed. And from Paul Marshall created this very successful Blender simulation of different apples using Tyflow for the procedural braking and physics, and Phoenix for the liquid. Rendered with Arnold. For the forces, he's using the good and old 3ds Max Vortex that's still very usable for all different types of things. Can we say now that the best ever Blender animation is done inside 3ds Max? Paul Neal keeps doing very interesting procedural setups, combining just 3ds Max native modifiers that are super powerful, and as always, very interesting setups. Paul Neal always pushing the boundaries of 3ds Max. Shin Cheol says that working in the Korean gaming industry, it's very common to use Maya for facial animations and 3ds Max for body animations to get high quality results. But that, however, this often leads to complications in the workflow, having to mix both softwares. And to address this issue, he developed a facial rig and real-time system that allow all tasks to be handled directly in 3ds Max, and you can watch the videos that he covered doing it. So pretty amazing stuff. And we enter on the learning section. We get a very interesting podcast on the VFX process with no other than AJ Jeffries, as usual on the 3ds Max news. Check it out as he discusses how he's using 3ds Max and Typeflow for a lot of his amazing projects that we have been seeing during this 3ds Max news. On the Autodesk 3ds Max Learning channel, we have 3 new tutorials created by Changso Eun, so far covering retopologize, booleans, and arrays. There will be 2 more extra tutorials, and check them out because they are short, to the point, but explaining very well some functionalities of these very useful modifiers. I have been looking all of them, amazing content and explaining a lot of things that maybe you missed out, or just check them out because there are so many tips and tricks along these modifiers that can be great for everyone. And August is always the month of Siggraph. Let me know in the comments if anyone was able to assist. I keep missing it, but Jose Elizardo sent me these videos covering the Autodesk stand, where you can see 3ds Max in action, showcasing some tidy fusion. Pretty amazing stuff, and looks like a lot of people are around the stand. Thanks a lot to Jose to send me these videos so we can get an idea of what was the environment around Siggraph. And in October 15th to 17th, we have Autodesk University, with sessions both presential in San Diego Convention Center, and also you can follow with the digital sessions online that is totally free. On these conferences, you can see different studios, developers, and experts sharing techniques and workflows on different Autodesk software. With hundreds of different talks, there's always something from different artists on any type of industry. You can see a talk about advancing Boolean workflows for media and entertainment projects, done in 3ds Max, a talk in how to use drones to create photogrammetry projects using 3ds Max, talks about inter-exchange data between 3ds Max and Civil 3D software. We have another talk about how to bridge 3D with AI renders, and hundreds of amazing interesting talks covering all types of Autodesk softwares, and also what the future will bring thanks to new technology that can come. It's a great place to learn, make valuable connections with other people from your industry or different industries that can have things in common with you, and have some fun. Thanks a lot one more time to Autodesk for sponsoring this video, and thanks a lot to all my patrons that allow me to keep doing these videos. Thank you a lot, guys. It's amazing to have your support, and if you are checking these videos, remember that give a like, give a comment, and subscribe if you don't subscribe, and check Patreon because we are having a lot of fun, a lot of exclusive tutorials for my patrons, and yeah, I hope that you enjoy these videos, guys. See you soon. Bye.